Hello my good garden friends, this is Mayla and I'm back with a front yard garden tour for you for May. It is May 29th, I have 2 more days left. April, I got in my entire property garden tour on the very last day of May, and so now I'm getting a little bit better. I got 2 days left. Today I'm going to split it up into two because the last one was quite long. If I do the front yard, side yard, and backyard, so today I'm going to split it up into just my front yard, and my side yard, and then tomorrow I will come out and do my backyard for a different video. But I would like to say hello, thank you guys for stopping by to support my channel, and I hope you like what you see. So you guys, this is the way my front yard is looking right now. We have had a lot of rain the past week. Yesterday it did not rain at all, and today it has not rained, but my yard needs to be cut really bad. My yard man, he cuts our lawn with a riding lawnmower, and the soil was just a little bit too soft for him to get his riding lawnmower on it, so we have to wait till the ground hardens up a little bit more. But let's get started with this garden. We're going to start at my front door. I have my two tall planters flanking my front doorway with my Sprinter boxwoods. They really need a haircut. These were brand new last spring, and I have not cut them back at all. I'm just kind of letting them grow a little bit to get a little bit of growth on them before I start pruning them or shearing them back. I probably will next spring. Give it a nice shape up and round it off. So it's just kind of plain. I don't have any wreaths on my doors or anything. I haven't done any of that yet. I might do a summer wreath, but for now it's just the two planters with the Sprinter boxwoods. These two are the only boxwoods I have new on my property. All of the others are old and they need to be pruned as well. So let's start off to the right of my doorway. I have my Blue Point juniper, and then we have the boxwoods. Back over here behind the boxwood is a little lime hydrangea. It was a small quart size when I planted it in the fall. It's put on a lot of growth. It should come up to just above this windowsill and peek out from behind these boxwoods. I have my Obsession Nandina right there with that beautiful red tips of the new growth tips. And to the left of it is the Bridal Veil Astilbe. Y'all, this had blooms on it. The blooms were beautiful last week. I should have come out last week and showed you guys, but they were white. They were bright and white. I am not sure what this hosta is. It has the little wrinkly edges to the leaves, but I'm not sure what it is. Behind it is the guacamole, one of my favorite hostas. That's another guacamole, and that's a guacamole. These heucheras are the carnival. That's the carnival also, and then that one is carnival as well. It is still blooming its head off. Those tall bloom stalks. Back here behind this guacamole is a heuchera. It's a citronella, and I'm gonna have to move it because you can barely see it. I'm gonna dig that out and move it somewhere else. But that is the citronella heuchera. And y'all, look at my lamb's ear. Look at how big those leaves are. This is the Helen Von Steen. or Helen von Stein. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I absolutely love it. I have some of the silver all of the ones in my backyard is silver carpet, and they have much smaller leaves, and the way it clumps together, it's just really tight. And I think at some point I'm going to try to phase those out because I like the Helen von Steins way better. So that's one, that's one, and that is one. So that is this side. Oh, and let me show you this. I just planted this about a week ago, y'all, and it was a bare root. This is the white feathers hosta. I did not think it would come up, but it is starting to put out some leaves. It is so beautiful. That's the white feathers hosta. Now to the other side of my door. This is the Francis Williams hosta. I put that there because it's supposed to be able to tolerate more sun, and my sun like starts right here for this front garden bed, and this front half is all this front half is all sun. Today it's an overcast day, so there is no sun out, but this hosta will get a lot of sun. And that's a guacamole again, another guacamole. And then I have another citronella heuchera that's back there hiding that I'll have to dig out. But that it is like, that thing when I planted it in the fall was a small quart size or maybe a 3-inch pot, and it was tiny. That thing has more than tripled its size. And then this is the same watermelon carnival heuchera. Got another set of heucheras. And y'all, this is my other white feathers hosta that I just planted a week ago. That was bare root. Cannot wait till that comes out. Now this is my line of purple daydream loropetalums. I had 3 of them that are established, 1, 2, and 3, and then about a week ago I added that one and that one to kind of extend the line. Back here I have another. I apologize, there's someone over there doing some yard work and blowing. Over here I have a bunch of hostas. So now these two, this one and that one, they were in the front on each side of my doorway, and I dug those up and transplanted them to back here under my front dining room window. This, I cannot wait till it gets big. It is going to fill up this entire corner. It's gonna get 5 to 6 feet tall and wide, and this is the Empress Woo. That's an Empress Woo. And over here in this corner is an Empress Woo. I planted them both at the same time. I'm not sure why this one is a lot behind the other one, but it will get large also. Be 5 to 6 feet tall and wide. This is another piece of hosta that I had dug up and broken into about 8 or 9 pieces, and I put one here and have others along other places in my yard. This, I'm not sure what this is. This is not an Empress Woo. I will have to look at my stash and put it on the screen what that is. And this one right here is another Francis Williams. And I believe that is another Francis Williams. This is a little lime hydrangea. And y'all, this right here is my beautiful Verdis Japanese maple. This is its third year, and it has put on a lot of growth. I got this from, I believe, Home Depot for like, oh, maybe 65 or $70, and it was tiny, and it's put on a lot of growth. This is my other Japanese maple. This is the Tamukiyama, and its new growth comes out that burgundy wine color, and then during the summertime it kind of goes to the green, but you see the new leaves, the new growth is that burgundy, and then on the inside you'll see it's green. But both of these have that lace, real thin lace like leaf. My next one that I'm gonna get and put over here, I want it to have that broader leaf, the big broad leaf, and I want it to be more red. This is my slender hinoki cypress. I love it. I wanted this tree for a long time. It took me a long time to find one at a reasonable price, and I did, and I had to snatch it up. This is its third year here. It's been a couple different places. It was over there. It wasn't getting enough sun, so I moved it here. But now I think I'm gonna move it up a little bit more when I get I'm gonna move it up here when I get the Japanese maple and put the Japanese maple back there. It's starting to rain, you guys. So those two are my Paul's Gold lemon thread cypress, and I gave them enough room to grow and get big, and then now that I have all that room on the in between them, I can move that slender hinoki cypress up. These are two hydrangeas. The one in the front I know for sure is a little lime. That one was supposed to be a little lime, but I believe it was mislabeled, and I think that is a limelight because it is significantly bigger. And I cut a lot off, I pruned a lot of. Here are my three Ascot rainbow euphorbias that I just planted. And then my three invincible mini Mauvette hydrangeas. Those were all just planted a week ago. I have my Fire Chief arborvitaes. That one is 3 years old, no, 2 years old. And then those two was just planted in the fall. And then I have my Globe arborvitaes. So this space is going to be reworked soon. It's starting to rain, guys. I gotta finish it up before it pours on me. I have my Blue Point juniper and another row of boxwoods. This is my fuchsia that is not blooming, but down here on the corner I have a larger fuchsia that is beautiful. This is my Annabelle hydrangea, and y'all look at that. Those blooms just started bursting about 3 or 4 days ago, and they are absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Oh, it's just so beautiful. And then I have a foxtail fern. Alright, I gotta get inside and finish this up when it stops raining. So guys, in normal southern fashion, it is about 15 minutes later. The rain has stopped and the sun is trying to peek through. So I am back outside so we can finish off this garden tour. Alright, so we got through all of this. And on over to my side. Well, the very front of my yard. I was kind of rushed when I was talking about my Annabelle. But this is my Annabelle hydrangea, y'all. And I have been limping this thing along. This is its third year. When I bought it, it was not in good shape. The first year, it didn't do much. The second year, it did a little bit better. And this is the third year. So it's putting out a few new shoots from the roots, so I'm happy. And look at those big beautiful blooms. Alright, let's go around to my side yard where my walkway is. Alright, so this is my walkway in my side yard garden. Here I am going to plant a tree. I'm thinking it's going to be a dapple willow tricolor tree. I just need to purchase it. And then as we're going to fix this mulch issue, I'm going to plant some lamb's ear around this curve and put some rocks there to keep the mulch from washing away. Alright, so here we go. This is my side yard, my walkway border. I have Carl Forster there and Carl Forster there. They are both putting on these nice tall blooms. I have my purple pixie loropetalum. It's kind of hard to see for the lighting. Purple pixie, Paul's gold, purple pixie, Paul's gold, purple pixie, Paul's gold, and purple pixie. Then over here I have my wall of hydrangeas. There are 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The 2 on both ends I put on a lot of growth, and I even see a few buds forming, tiny buds forming in there. But the 2 in the middle, I mean, it's put on growth, but I don't see any buds. But like this one has a lot of buds. So this one should be blooming this summer, and the other one. This is my dwarf hinoki cypress. It's put on height, but I feel like it's kind of thinned out since I bought it. So this is the second place it's been, trying to move it around to see where it likes it the most. So we will see how it does this summer, and then I might have to move it somewhere else. But it's been in the shade, didn't like it. Then I put it over here where it gets more sun, but it gets like afternoon and evening sun. So I don't know what we're gonna do. But yeah, guys, this is my side yard and walkway border. It will look a lot better when I finish cardboard sheet mulching it and putting down new mulch. Then we've got to address this issue with the mulch flowing out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some big boulders. Well, I don't want to say big. I want to say maybe 6 inches to maybe 10-inch round, and put a few of them here along this corner. And then I'm going to get a couple, maybe 3 or 4 to put along this corner. And then we're gonna get some more to put along that edge more. And then once I plant the tree here in the center, underneath the tree I'm going to circle it with the Helen Von Steen lamb's ear. So it'll be the tree, Helen Von Steen lamb's ear along the corner, and then on the other side of the Helen Von Steen will be the big boulders. So the Helen Von Steen will kind of block some of the mulch from flowing out, and then what the Helen Von Steen lamb's ear don't block, the rocks will. So I forgot to show you guys my tree rings. We've got a lot of dead little small limbs that have fallen with all the rain that we've had, rain and wind that we've had lately. So I need to kind of get here and clean that up. But here we've got lamb's ear, we've got 2 of the Ascot rainbow euphorbias, and these underneath this tree is not doing as good. Nothing underneath this tree does as good as it does in the garden bed. is fighting for moisture from this tree, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I might take these ascot rainbows out, the Helen Von Steen lamb's ear, and I might just only put hostas. The heuchera looks okay, but that one gets a lot bigger, and I believe it just doesn't like it right here. So I might take these out and just leave it with hostas under here. Here is it's hidden by this hosta. That's the Miner's Merlot euphorbia, which is the one that's like has burgundy wine and burgundy leaves. And then I have the exact same thing around this tree. Hostas, the Ascot Rainbow Euphorbias, and look at this Miner's Merlot. So look at this one, and then I'm gonna go over to my front garden bed and show you how it looks there. And then like, look at this lamb's ear. This lamb's ear was planted here the exact same time the ones in my front garden bed was planted. So that lamb's ear and that Miner's Merlot compared to this. Compared to this Helen Von Steen lamb's ear. And these are the Miner's Merlot. That one and that one. That one was one that had broken off when I was planting these, and so I just took it and I put it in water and rooted it over a couple of months, and then I planted it in the spring, and so that's just coming out. So that little skinny one out underneath my tree was planted at the exact same time those two were, and it was the exact same size. So yeah, I believe I'm gonna take everything from underneath those trees out except the hostas. And I'm just going to leave just hostas under the trees, and I'm going to repurpose everything else somewhere else. I can use those lamb's ear over here, and those heucheras can come over here, as well as the Ascot rainbows and the Miner's Merlot euphorbias. So yeah guys, and that is my front garden tour for you guys for the month of May. This is the end of May. Hopefully I can get June a lot quicker than the end. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today for my front garden tour. Stay tuned for my back garden tour, and whether it is morning, afternoon, or evening when you're watching this, I hope you're having a good day and enjoy the rest of it. Bye guys.